Okay, so what we're about to break down is a detailed, no-fluff blueprint for building a multi-million-dollar media empire completely from scratch. This is pure strategy.
And look, we're not talking about some small side hustle here. We're talking about a legitimate pathway to a 50, maybe even a $100 million empire. Yeah, this is the real deal.
But you know, it always comes back to that one big question everyone has at the start. I've got nothing. What does it actually cost to just get the ball rolling? And then, what's it going to take to really explode?
Well, the thing is, the answer isn't just one number. It's actually two totally different, totally realistic paths. These aren't fantasy business plans. They are actionable budgets built for a modern creator empire. So here they are, right next to each other. On the left, you've got the get the ball rolling budget. That's your entry point. And on the right, the explode out the water budget. That's the full-on empire activation. Let's dig into that first path.
So, let's say you're starting with almost no cash. This first path is all about leverage. It's about turning the tools you already have access to into real, tangible momentum. This is how you build a foundation from nothing but pure energy and content. And I want you to really look at this number. Seriously, you can launch your entire brand today for less than what you'd spend on a new pair of shoes. The barrier to entry? It's practically zero. But what's so smart about this, right? It's how that tiny budget is used. For just 15, maybe 25 bucks, you get a sample hoodie. That's your hero product. It's the physical thing you can show off in all your content. For another 7 bucks, you get a physical proof of your book. Then, with a little ad spend, you push it all out there. You're creating actual, tangible assets with almost no upfront cash.
And this is the whole point, right? That little bit of money isn't just spent and gone. No, it's leverage to create real momentum. We're talking $200 to $500 a week. That's your start. And that's the cash that's going to fund the next phase.
Okay, so now we're talking about making the leap from being just a creator to becoming a full-blown media company. This is that explode out the water budget. This is the one that sets you up with professional visuals, scaled-up advertising, and proper product lines.
You see, the number here is $15,000 to $30,000. But notice it's not $100,000. This is a focused, what you might call a wrapper brand builder budget. It's a strategic, targeted investment, not a lottery ticket.
So, let's break down where every single dollar goes. It's split into 4 key pillars. First up, merch and inventory, getting real stock like hoodies and tees ready for pop-ups. Second, you've got ads and marketing. This is where your brand starts to feel like it's everywhere. Third is studio equipment, which is going to instantly level up the quality of your content. And finally, a real, proper book production and launch campaign. See? Every dollar has a job to do.
So you've made the investment. And this is why it's so powerful. You're not just building one little business, you're building an entire ecosystem. You're firing up an engine that's powered by 6 interconnected streams of revenue. This, right here, is the heart of the empire.
All right, first up, we have books. With a solid catalog, think 20 or more titles, the potential here is just huge. Even the low-end projection is a solid 6-figure income. But at the high end, we're talking over $2 million a year. This is a massive, massive pillar for the brand.
Next up is the music catalog, your albums, your singles, even the music for your podcast. The projections here start out solid, and they just grow into this really serious income stream, which can easily cross $1 million a year once you start factoring in things like sync licensing and ads.
Okay, revenue stream number 3 is merch. And let's just assume a pretty conservative profit of $18 per item. The numbers here just speak for themselves. At only 1,000 sales a month, you're already well over $200,000 in annual profit. And at 5,000 sales a month, you've literally built $1 million a year clothing line. Now this next one, this is where the real power of content shines. A podcast network, which this model calls the Godcast network, isn't just one show. It's this whole hub that's monetized through YouTube ads, through memberships, sponsorships, digital products. It's an engine that can generate anywhere from $350,000 to $750,000 a year once it's at scale.
Okay, now for what this model calls the sleeping giant. Online courses, framed here as a God body university. With courses priced pretty accessibly, the ability to scale is just immense. At 500 students a month, you're looking at over $1 million a year from this one stream alone. It's high margin and it perfectly leverages your expertise.
And finally, we get to the 6th stream, subscriptions. This is your recurring revenue. This is the bedrock that brings stability to everything else. A simple 3-tiered model, something like a genius-only club, creates a real community while giving people different levels of access.
And I mean, just look at the power of this. With only 10,000 members, this subscription stream alone generates a whopping $1.8 million per year. That's the power of building a true community.
So, when you put all these pieces together, the 2 budget paths, the 6 revenue streams, you get to the most important part of this whole thing, the core philosophy that actually makes it all work.
And this right here is the absolute key. You start small, you generate that initial momentum, and then you reinvest. You use the profits from your books to go buy better studio equipment. You use your merch profits to scale up your ads. The goal isn't just to make money, it's to create a self-sustaining, self-funding machine.
And that's why this whole model is just so incredibly powerful. It's a path to complete and total financial independence. You maintain 100% ownership. You don't have to answer to anybody. You're not building some startup that you have to sell off. You're building an empire that you own.
So, the blueprint is right here in front of you. A clear path from $0 all the way to a self-sufficient multi-million-dollar media brand. So really, the only question left is, what empire